Hello, this is Noreen Crone-Findlay from ToddyTalksCrafts.com. And what on earth is this? Well, these are charming little lucets. Now, what's a lucet? A lucet is a two-peg spool knitter. Very ancient cord-making device, but my version is one that I've come up with. I actually came up with this years ago, and I've made a ton of them over the years, and I don't think I've actually ever done a how-to video showing how to make them and how to use them. And so that's what this video is about, is how to make upcycled spool knitters from chopsticks. One pair of chopsticks will make one lucet. And I'll show you afterwards how to work with the lucet. Like I said, a lucet is a two-peg spool knitter, very ancient technology, and just a new take here. So what you're going to need is you'll need, I'll just move this out of the way, you will need a set of chopsticks. So I really like particular style. Let's get them out of their package. I like these ones. They're flat, but they come to a nice shapely point that's that really doesn't need any sanding or anything. So what I do to get started is I take my handy dandy little saw. Here you go, handy dandy little saw, and I cut. Do not break them apart. Now, if you had to break them apart to eat with them, that's fine. It's just that I prefer to leave them together. And then I used my saw to cut, then just adapting my ruler here, I cut off at 4 inches from the joined end, leaving 5 inches from the pointed end. There you go. And if your chopsticks are a little bit different, that's okay. Just adapt and adjust your pattern to it. Now, I plugged in my handy dandy hot glue gun, and if you don't like working with a hot glue gun, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Now, I cut a piece of thin card stock. This one came with a fold down the middle, which I'll work around that. Yours doesn't have to have a fold down the middle. And what I'm going to do is I will be gluing the chopsticks to the cardboard, the thin cardstock, and they will, oh, just a minute, I need to slide my cutting mat forward out from under the tripod here. So the cut off section from the lower half is going to be your spacer. So I'm going to bring my cord around the tripod because it was getting in the way. So I'm going to put hot glue starting about an inch or so. Oh, sorry, my hands are shaking here. I have health issues, and so sometimes I get very shaky. Okay, and so I'm going to stick that one down right, not snug up to, but I want to be able to fold that over. Now I'm going to put glue on the lower half, and I will snug it right up against the first section. I should have a bowl of cold water here in case I unwittingly glue my finger to it. Oops, I should have pushed that first one down a little bit more. That's okay. This is not sending a spaceship to the moon. This is making upcycled and cheap and cheerful. But oh, so they are just a delight to work with. And that one's a little bit up, but it's about the same height. So these guys are all now glued to the cardboard, and I'm going to take this side, and I have all my stuff stacked up here. Let's come back up here, and I'm going to fold with, this is a hem turner from the fabric store in the Notions wall. So I'm just smoothing that down, and then I want to glue this section in and push it in really well. Oh, I know what I forgot to bring over were clamps. Oops, should have brought clamps. Okay, and hopefully that's going to stay. And now I'm going to, oh good, I still have enough glue on there. I'm going to now fold this section over and press down really hard. There, and again I will use the hem turner. I just want to move that out of the way so I don't end up burning my hand. Okay, so let's come up just a little bit here. So the Lucet is actually, that's it. It's actually done. I'm going to now trim. Well, this stage, the mechanics of it are done. I'm going to trim off the extra cardstock. Give that a bit more of a trim. Yeah, I want that. I don't want that sticking out quite so much. Now, I love origami paper, and if you don't have any origami paper, you can just use gift wrap, or you can even use brown paper or upcycled junk mail even, and or here's some, this is a favorite bias tape that I've had for years. It came actually from my mom. You can use bias tape, fabric, whatever, to cover and make your lucet totally one of a kind. Let's see, I'm just looking around here going, which one of these beautiful pieces of paper am I going to use? I should have chosen before now. Here we go. Ooh, I love this one. Okay, so this is 6 inches, and so what I'm going to do is, if you fold it in half, you'll see that 3 inches should be enough to wrap your lucet. Let's just make sure that that will wrap fully around, and if not, I will change where I'm going to cut it. Yep, 3 inches is perfect. And so I'm going to cut 3 inches of this off. And because the lucet is 4 inches tall, 4 inches or 10 centimeters, then it means that I can just cut here, because that's 6 inches, so I'm going to cut 2 inches of that off at the bottom, and then I will use, this glue is almost done. I'm going to turn off and just run and get some Mod Podge, and I'll be right back. I also grabbed a little bit of a scrap of of origami paper. I could probably even get away with using this, because what I want to do is I want to trim a little bit of paper, of the origami paper, and I want to cover this end, and I also want to cover the space between, just because, well, it'll look nicer. So I've got, where did I put it? Oh, it's right there. I've got some little spatula jobbies here, and I'm going to put a little dab of, or a big dab in this case. Okay, I'm going to put some of that on the paper that's going on, and I'm going to cover the end here. I do that first just so that it's covered before I do the main wrap. And then I will take that other little bit and I'm going to put Mod Podge on it and put it between the two pegs. You don't have to do that, but I prefer the way it looks when I've kind of filled that gap in. Okay, now I will take the Mod Podge. Okay, so put some, just a bit too generous there. Now, you can, as soon as you finish putting whatever paper or fabric, that, or you could even wrap it with yarn and then varnish that, you can stop and call that a fait accompli, or say that it's done. But what I have done is, I really like having the charm of having the little faces and hearts and hands on there as well. And I always Mod Podge or varnish the origami paper just to make sure that it is sealed in. Just put a wee bit more there just to snug it in. And there you have it. Your upcycled Lucet is ready to go. Now, if you want to add faces and hearts or stars, like I've done, I used punches to, like I punched, this one is just a star, and then smaller stars and a heart. I have gone ahead and done another face. I did a star face as well, just in case I wanted to go with another star baby, but I think I like the flower for now. And so I will be going ahead and embellishing this one, and I'll show you that once it's done. At the end, I have little punches for the flowers and the hearts and the shoes. So you can, or else you could just free form stuff on, or you can wrap it with washi tape, whatever makes your heart sing. And so now what I would like to do is grab a cloth and just clean up the Mod Podge off of here, because I want to show you how to spool knit, or how to make Lucet cord using the upcycled spool knitter, upcycled chopsticks, to make yourself the Lucet cord. I mean, to make yourself the Lucet. And I'm going to use 2 strands of yarn held together. You can to use a single strand. The thickness of your cord is always going to be determined by the number of strands of yarn that you use, or the thickness of the yarn. You can also use fabric strips. And you will hold your yarn, the end, with your thumb in your non-dominant hand. Now you're going to go around and make a figure 8. Then you'll lift the loop over the yarn that has gone past the loop that's on your peg. Pull down, take your yarn around again, catch it between your back 2 fingers, and away you go. It's very fast, and it makes a beautiful square cord that's perfect for making all kinds of jewelry and button closures and cords for lanyards and bags and trimming clothing and making little dolls. I will grab the little angel, the tiny angels, and show you how they they are made with square. Oh, what's the matter, puppy? Oh, supper's sitting on the table there waiting, and he's like, I want that. So that's how you use your upcycled chopsticks to make square cord. And it's super fast and super easy, and they are a delight to work with. So I hope that you will have a wonderful time making your spool knitted cord and your pardon me, your Lucet cord, which is, yes, a form of spool knitting. And I will run and feed the dog and go get the little tiny angels, because you can get the pattern for making the tiny Lucet cord angels in my Etsy shop. So happy luceting, happy upcycling, and wishing you all the best in all things always. So this is part of my 100 days project, and I don't know if you can hear in the background, but our cuckoo clock just started cuckooing, so it's like you're getting all the sound effects. If it's not a dog, it's a cuckoo clock. So my 100-day project is 100 days of spool knitters and little looms, and I have all kinds of links on Toddy Talks Crafts, and a very annoyed dog that I have to go feed right now. So I'll go do that, and then I'll show you the little angels. So I'll be back quick like a bunny, or I'll just take a picture and include it at the end. That's probably better. Okay, big hugs all around. Happy spool knitting, happy lucet cord making, and happy weaving, and happy angel making, and all good things. Big hugs. See you soon. Go to toddytalkscrafts.com for all the links, and I'll put a link to that link in the little notes down here at the bottom under the video.